Coming up, questions that hiring managers are asking right now, and then the three-letter word you need to remove from your thinking. We'll take your calls and your chat questions, and it all starts now. I am coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios, and you are joining a conversation about who you are, what you were created to do, where you want to do it, and how you can get there. It is about your why, your purpose. And everybody longs to know what their purpose is. Why am I here? What should I do with my life? And we are no longer allowing you, if you're engaging with this show, to separate your personal life from your professional life. Your purpose involves both the relationship side of your life and then the professional side of your life. We want to connect that personal mission to your professional vision by helping you see that you were created to work. In other words, you were created to contribute. There's a contribution zone, if you will. We call it the sweet spot. It's where you use what you do best to do work you love to produce results that matter. Talent, passion, and mission. Those three phrases really represent three gifts that you were given by your Creator. Talent, things you're good at. Passion, things you love to do. We're talking about the work application here. And then finally, your mission. Results that you want to create, that you want to contribute to the world. This is what unifies the entire world. No matter your politics, your place of origin, your religion, none of that matters. We're all unified by that desire to make a difference. So that's what we focus on here. Welcome aboard. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. That's the number. You can also type away your questions. We try to take a couple, 2 to 3, depending on how long-winded I am on the answer or how much I have to try to discern. So if you're going to submit your chat question right there in the chat room next to the video window, make it brief, to the point, so that I can answer it as best as possible. Now, we still get requests all the time on Instagram, questions at Ken Coleman, on Facebook. Just search the Ken Coleman Show. And I'm telling you, most of the time when we see those, I try to respond to those. I can't answer them via social media. Call the program. We're here Monday through Friday. You got a 2-hour window from 12 to 2 Eastern. Call live. Now, you're not going to get in every day or every time, but you will eventually get in. You're going to email. We'll try to schedule you on your lunch hour in that period. Ask@kencoleman.com. You can get through. 844-747-2577 right now. We got lines that are open. Page is going to be up in just a few moments. People lining up behind here. Here they come. I'm seeing them pop in. It's got 2 more lines open. Come on. Today's your day. 844-747-2577. All right. We love to give you practical information from other sources. This is a Ladders article basically highlighting 5 questions that are relatively new that research is showing that hiring managers are asking, and I want to make sure that you're aware of these questions and are prepared to answer these questions. One of them is, what have you been working on? They're looking for, when they ask this question, they're looking for practical experience that is applicable to the position. And remember, they're trying to figure out, are you the best person to help them win? Right? Remember that. It's not selfish. It's that these hiring managers need to hire somebody that'll help them win in their mission. So it's very important that you are prepared and ready to give a really good explanation. Not a bunch of meandering words that don't say anything, but boom, here's what I've been doing. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I am responsible for, the results that I've got to produce. Here's how I'm producing them. All those things. Second question, how has COVID-19 changed your career goals or path? This is very relevant right now. Now, what are they looking for here? They want to see how resilient you are. They want to see if you're just looking at this position as a job, a paycheck, or if there's something connected to your mission, what you want to produce, your passion, work you love, your talent, what you do best. Third question, how do you manage your day working remotely? Remote work is now a thing. Who knows how long it's going to be here? At some point when society decides that it's safe to go back to work, how many people will come back to work as a result of the company's going, okay, now we're coming back. Or a company's going to go, you know what, we have X amount of savings. We feel like we've got efficiencies here. You can still work from home. What's going to happen? So remote working is certainly a thing, and it's increased. And I think with technology advancing and the fact that COVID has come in and there's going to be other pandemics at some point, I mean, there just is, companies are going to start to move into this, what is our philosophy, our methodology as a company on remote working? So explain how much you have, how you stayed effective, what's good, how you keep a good, the more informed you are in preparation to answer questions like these, the more impressive it is. Fourth question, how do you feel about returning to the office? Again, I just touched on this. At some point, companies are going to say, hey, come on back. And they want to know if they're going to get a lot of pushback from you. They're going to have to deal with HR and a bunch of explaining, how do you feel about it? And then 5, how do you maintain healthy relationships remotely? And again, I think it's a very relevant question. How do you keep up communication with your coworkers, with your leader, with customers when you are essentially working remotely on your own? What's that look like for you? So I think you got to know that. And I would take that answer one step further. I would certainly answer it from the remote standpoint, but I would also offer, here's how I work when I'm in community, when I'm in the office. They want to see if you're a good culture fit. So really good stuff there. Those 5 questions, you got to be prepared for that and so much more. And I want to point out just the overall preparation, how to win the interview. We've got a free resource called How to Win the Interview at kencoleman.com. Click on my resource page. It's one of our 3 Get Hired guides that are all free. kencoleman.com/interview if you want to get directly to it. 844-747-2577 is the number. Let's get to the phone. Paige is up first in Raleigh, North Carolina. Paige, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. It's an honor to speak with you today.
Well, thank you. The honor's all mine. What's going on?
So I had a question for you today, and it's something that I've been kind of thinking about for the past couple of months, and it's how do you deal with or work with a boss who doesn't respect you, your work, and just that in general?
Yeah, that's tough. How long has this been going on?
I've been with my current employer for almost 2 years, and it's been a pretty consistent thing throughout the 2 years.
Is this something that you also see and hear with other team members?
Yes, to an extent. I'm fairly young, and I'm the youngest by probably about 25 to 30 years on my team.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
How old is your boss?
He's probably in his late 50s.
Wow. And you are presumably young 20s, mid 20s?
My mid 20s.
Okay. Can you describe the most egregious examples, the worst examples of this disrespect?
Probably the worst would be there's always questioning about the work that I do, even though that it is proven through various means that it is accurate information, to the point where he's actually sent people out of state to try and prove me wrong.
That's weird. And when you say that it's proven, so describe briefly your work. Give me the example. Go ahead.
Sorry, I work in security.
Okay, cybersecurity?
Private security, kind of a corporate security.
Okay, so you would turn in some report or some facts, and you're saying that, Ken, I've proven that what I'm putting in is correct, but then he's trying to send somebody out to discredit me.
Yes.
What's the reason given for this? Like when this communication happens between you and him, well, what's the reasoning that he gives to you?
He says that he wants to make sure everything is accurate.
So
and I can.
So he's not trying to disprove you, right? But is he trying to disprove you? Because it feels like he would be firing you at this point if he felt like or is he just doesn't trust your facts?
I think that's more it than anything, and I can give them 10 reasons why it's correct. But
how many times has this happened that you have put in some report or something and he's going and is he going behind your back or is he telling you that he's double checking on you?
Both.
Okay. Do you like the work other than this? I mean, is there another example where you feel he's disrespecting you?
He's told me that he doesn't believe young people moving up in our company. He's told me that during my review, but even though he gives me good reviews, he's told me that more than likely I'm not going to see a lot of.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Because I'm young.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. Okay, so here's where I was going. When you have an age gap like that, and it's not a super healthy environment, stuff like this can happen. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really shocked by his behavior at all. I'm not saying that his behavior is okay. I know it feels like it's disrespect, but I don't think it's that either. I think this is an old school dude who has real problems with trust. And I think that is manifesting itself in a very specific way with you. So there are a lot of poor leaders out there. And poor leadership really comes from, in large part, a lack of trust. Now, there could be multiple reasons why he doesn't trust people or why he doesn't trust you. That's not really what we're here to discuss. The thing that made this thing get clear for me that you need to start looking elsewhere is not does he respect you or disrespect you or whatever. It's that he looked at you in a performance review in which he gave you good scores, good marks or whatever, and said, I don't believe that young people should move up in this company. So he is a lid on your professional growth. And outside of you taking this up to a leader above him, which gets to be really tricky, and I think largely too risky and not worth it, there's no resolution for you. So you know what this is? You change your whole mindset. And I think your mindset needs to be, well, this dude, because of the way he thinks and believes, is not going to promote me, even though I'm doing good work. He's got some trust issues and some other things that just make this not a healthy place for me. But the good news is that if I handle myself well, I can find something else in that security space. If I want to stay in the space, I can get on a ladder somewhere else. And I'm going to use this experience to learn so that if I lead people one day, I don't do the things he's doing. And I know what to look for now in a healthy culture, that they develop people and promote people. Those are the two factors you're looking for. But I think you start looking today. I'd stay. I'd have the best attitude possible. Blow this dude away. Change your whole mindset from whatever it is now, even though I think you're right to feel what you feel. Let's call it frustration. I think you change your whole attitude and try to blow this guy away and make the best of it. And you start looking today. And I mean, within an hour or two of getting off work, or even if you got a lunch break, I'd start looking today.
Okay.
You agree, disagree, thoughts?
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah. I mean, do you enjoy the work?
I do. I do enjoy it.
Well, here's the ultimate test. If this dude wasn't treating you this way, would you be calling me?
Probably not.
If you felt like you had a ladder within that company, would you be calling me?
Probably not.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Do you have my book, The Proximity Principle?
I do not.
You do now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now listen, I wrote this book for people like you who need to switch jobs, and you know what you want to do. You're clear to an extent, pretty good extent. And I want you reading this book, or you can get the audiobook or the ebook, whatever you prefer. Okay. And I want you to read it and do it, because you start this process today. You start connecting. This is really about stage 3, how to get connected so that you can get started somewhere else. All right. And the proximity principle is going to walk you to a place where opportunities start knocking on your door. You hear me?
Absolutely.
All right. Very good, Paige. Thank you for calling. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. Come on. We're going to get to the chat room shortly. Today may be your day for a call. Jeremy is going to join us next in Columbia, South Carolina. Jeremy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Ken, how you doing, bud?
Jeremy, I'm living the dream. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Got a question for you. I called back in June or July and asked about changing job positions in my same career field. Well, I've made that change, but I also have a side hustle doing lawn care. And I really, really enjoy that. The more I do it, the more I would rather do that.
Good.
I've heard you and Dave both talk about, and I would love to do that full time because I work 24-hour shift work at my full-time job.
Okay.
I've heard y'all talking about having the boat closer to the dock before you make the jump.
Yep.
As far as financial.
Yep.
Means, is there anything that you know of as far as marketing that I could maybe do to bump that up even more? Or, especially like in the slow season, like this time of year, things I could make kind of backfill. We're in baby step 2, and we are rocking and rolling with that.
Good for you.
So, we've gotten really aggressive with that. So I don't want to hurt that.
Yeah, no. I think this is great. How much are you making? And I know you're heading into the slow season. I'm gonna address that in a second. But in the the normal seasons of cutting grass, so let's call it spring to late fall. How much extra a month on average? Just give me a ballpark figure. Are you making in this lawn care business?
As of right now, I'm probably looking, I'd say 600 to 700 a month.
Okay. What does it need to get to for us to step off the dock into the boat?
Probably double. My career job, I take home about $1,800 a month.
Okay, great. All right. And
I actually sat down the other night and I ran the numbers with my wife. Our debt monthly, what we pay out as far as our car payment, truck, all that stuff, is $100 more than I bring home on my career job. So if baby step 2 was gone, that in itself would solve the problem.
Yeah. How much longer do you have to pay off? What's your payoff date?
Probably 2 years, maybe.
How much do you owe?
We owe just shy of 65,000, I think it is.
I'm gonna get back to the marketing question and how to grow your lawn business, but do you mind if we just do a quick run through your debt? Let me see if I can save you some time.
Sure.
All right, so it's 65. What are the debts? Give me and again, I know your rough figures. What is that made up of, that 65,000 in debt?
It is 3,800 of it is a heat and air unit.
Okay.
4,200 is medical.
Okay.
5,800 is personal loan.
Who's that to? Who do you owe that money to?
That is to our bank.
Oh, okay. So it is to the bank. Okay. When you said personal, I thought it was to some other individual gave you $5,800.
Oh, no, it's to our bank.
Okay, keep going.
We have $10,000 left on a student loan.
Okay.
$10,000 on a truck payment.
How much is that truck worth?
It is worth 13 or 14.
And how much is that payment a month?
$247.
Okay. Keep going. What else you got?
My wife's car was 18.9.
Your wife's car, you said?
Yes, sir.
How much is that car worth?
It's worth about what we owe on it. She had a Cadillac, and we just downgraded to a Hyundai to get rid of that payment. So we did drop some.
So wait a second. Is that 19 gone now?
No. We dropped it from 30-something thousand to 19.
Okay, I got you. So the current Hyundai is you've got a $19,000 loan roughly on that, and that's about what it's worth.
Right. We cut that monthly payment about into a third of what it was.
Yeah. What's the monthly payment on that car?
$305.
Okay. And I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere here. All right. What else we got? That's about. Let's see. Is that it?
The last thing we have is a HELOC for $25,000.
Okay. All right. So, does your wife? Does she work outside the home?
She does.
Okay. What's your combined income?
On our primary jobs,
no, I know it's about $600 a month on your lawn care business. You say you're bringing home about $1,200 a month. Is that right?
Right. We're looking about 67, 68.
Okay, got it. All right. So let me tell you what I think you need to be thinking about, and then we're going to get to the lawn care business. But what I'm trying to do is shave off some time and some money here that will help in the process. If I'm you, I'm looking to, I want to get aggressive on these two cars because that's $29,000 in debt, and that's $550 a month. That's big. You know what I'm talking about? Right. That's big. So my question is, if you could sell, I know you can. I'd be looking to sell the truck, and let's say you clear $4,000 or $3,500 on it. And if I'm you in Columbia, South Carolina, I'd find something beat up that'll run, and for $3,000 a truck or something, so that at least allows you something small truck, some older truck. I mean, I don't care, dude. Some bigger SUV, some all smaller SUV, high miles. I don't know. Some Chevy Suburban that's really, really old, and nobody else wants to drive it, but that engine will run for 300,000-400,000 miles. Doesn't have to look good because you got a lawn care business, right? So. Right. That would wipe out $10,000 right there. And, does some family member have a car? I'd really look at how quickly you can get rid of that Hyundai is going to start dropping in value really quickly. And so you're going to be upside down on that pretty quick. I'd go extreme and try to figure out some form of transportation for your wife. I just would. I would side hustle, and we're going to get to that in a second. I'd try to get out of that car quickly. And even if it's break even, because all of a sudden you just found $500 a month with those two decisions. Now you think about how quickly you can apply that to everything else, and before you know it, you do the smallest to the largest. That HVAC's paid off really, really fast.
Yeah, we're actually probably going to pay that off within a month or two.
Okay, so see where that I would get aggressive on the cars. All right, so I just want you to consider how you could do that for a short period of time to get through this debt faster, okay? So the way you do that is juice your business, by the way, too. So what is the kind of work that you think you could get work on right now, assuming you're in front of the right people, they're not getting their grass cut? What other kind of work still need to be done in these winter months? Anything relating to landscaping, cutting down trees, anything like that. What's that work that you still see people doing?
Like bed clean outs. They're doing fall cleanups to get ready for Christmas.
Yep.
I just landed a neighborhood contract where I'm having to cut the retention ponds, and that's, a couple grand for that.
Perfect. Service. So here's what I want you doing first. What I want you to do is play this out. Play out the list, come up with 3 to 5 things that other successful landscaping companies are doing in this off season where you're not just cutting a ton of grass. Correct?
Okay.
Is that kind of what they're doing when they're not cutting grass? They're doing all this other stuff?
Right.
So what I would be doing is making a list. And then what I would be doing is starting with some Facebook marketing in Columbia, South Carolina, because Facebook marketing is really, really cheap. You could put in $50 and you put in very specific, and if you don't know how to do this, trust me, there's some millennial kid or somebody that knows how to show you how to do this, but Facebook will walk you through this. Social media marketing, really, really cheap, where you're going to pop up and you're going to want to be really, really clear with your marketing message, which is, I'll cut back your trees, I'll clean your junk, I'll get rid of the leaves, I'll come fix up your office park, whatever it is, guaranteed results, figure out that message that you want to share. I'll do it for less than anybody else. You get a quote on your outdoor landscaping cleanup needs, I'll beat the lowest quote. Get crazy aggressive. Because here's what's going to happen. That's the kind of marketing that you need to focus on. And then you need to focus on word of mouth marketing, which is every time you go do that, like this neighborhood thing you do for 2,000, get the whoever hired you, the chairman of the HOA or whatever, get them on a smartphone video, 30 seconds or less, Just say, will you give me an endorsement for what I just did? And go above and beyond what they hired you to do. Do 3 extra things that they didn't hire you to do and show them what you did, and then have them go, oh my gosh, Jeremy came in and blew us away. That's the kind of stuff you're posting. That's the kind of stuff you're putting out there and having other people share the word. And if there's another neighborhood that you're interested in, send that video. Say, hey, I just did this neighborhood down the street. Here is an endorsement in the email plus a short video based on what I did. It's word of mouth. That's what's going to grow you in Columbia. You want everybody going, this dude's amazing. You own your zip code.
The video thing, I've actually got that set up already. The lady that hired me for the neighborhood is a realtor.
Perfect. And, oh my gosh.
It's like 100 businesses. You just get on and do like a little 10, 15 second snapshot.
Perfect.
And she's already invited me to
do
that video.
Here's an idea for you. You need to come in and say, hey, do you ever need any house that you list? You just need some real sprucing up to help the outdoor, some of the nasty trees and things that the homeowner doesn't think of. You become her go-to landscape, spruce it up for the real estate picture guy.
Okay.
Do you realize I just dropped a bomb on you? That's like, there's some business there. Because you could hire 5 or 6 college kids or teenagers that are looking for hourly work, or some guys that are down on their luck during COVID. And you go, hey guys, I got good hourly work for you. All you got to do is exactly what I tell you to do. You're raking leaves, you're blowing leaves, you're cutting down tree limbs. Dude, you need to get in that real estate business where you're the spruce up the property guy.
Gotcha.
So that's how you grow the business. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
And that's how you're doing it year round. Because you're doing that year round, bro, not just during the winter season. But now you've got your real estate spruce up division. You've got your office park division. You got your residential business. Start thinking that way. And now all of a sudden, Jeremy's business is booming. Because you got all these different clientele services. Make sense? I should charge you for that. I really should charge you for that consulting. But I'm glad you called the show, Jeremy. You're on your way. But listen, will you please consider... in fact, I'm going to put you on hold. Amanda, let's give him a free, if you're not in Ramsey Plus, Jeremy, are you in our Ramsey Plus, which is kind of our subscription membership. It's where you get every dollar, which is the budgeting app, plus it connects to your bank. Plus you get your goal tracker app for your baby steps, which you're on right now. And you're also getting the FPU content, Financial Peace University. Are you a member of Ramsey Plus by any chance?
No, sir. We wanted to do it, but when we get choked up talking about it, we wanted to put that money towards our debt, so that's why we didn't pay for it.
Well, good for you. You know why? Because I'm giving it to you today. You, sir, are the newest member to Ramsey Plus. All right? So hang on the line, dude. Freedom is on the way, brother. Awesome. I'm so proud of you. All right. For the rest of you, you want a free trial to Ramsey Plus. You're going to get so much more than what I said, but the biggies are, you get the proven 9-part series of Financial Peace University, Dave Ramsey teaching, Rachel Cruz, Chris Hogan, they're teaching you on the process to get debt free. The debt snowball that you heard Jeremy talk about, that's a part of Ramsey Plus. Also, our unbelievable budgeting app called Every Dollar. It connects right to your bank account, right there on your smart device at any time. You not only got your budget, but you see where you're spending. It's a game changer. And then, for those of you that have debt and need to pay it off, we have a goal tracker that's a game changer for you to see how much progress you're making each month as you pay off those debts. All of that plus so much more. I've got content that's coming soon to Ramsey Plus. Really excited about it. Text the word trial to 33789. 33789. Text the word trial and you get a free trial and kick the tires, see if you like it. It's game-changing stuff. All right, 844-747-2577. Hey, I made the announcement, was it yesterday? No, it was Monday, Joe, that I was doing a limited time coaching offer because we are going to build an army of career coaches that believe in my philosophy and practice my methodology that you hear on the show. Because I know I can't help everybody, but I want to help everybody. And I'm going to die trying. Okay? And so we're excited about this. So I'm going to be, and what we offered is 10 people First 10 to come in, and we're going to do $1,200 price for 3 sessions with me. So 3 1-hour sessions. Well, Joe, it's sold out in about 36 hours.
Fantastic.
So it's officially, I got to at least close the loop on that. I should have yesterday. I forgot. We were all excited having Bethel Tech CEO Ryan Collins with us. But it's sold out. So don't know if we're going to do a wait list. I got to talk to the powers that be and see if we're going to do it. But anyway, keep your eye on what we're doing. Instagram at Ken Coleman, kencoleman.com. Sign up for our newsletter at kencoleman.com because we've got more and more coming. I'm so excited about 2021, Joe. I can barely stand it. Let's go to the chat room. And then remember, coming up, just a few minutes, I want to teach today on the 3-letter word that you need to remove from your thinking. You know, Joe, 4-letter words get all of the buzz.
Yes, they do.
But there is a 3-letter word that, while not offensive, is insidious, evil. And I'm going to talk about that. Joe's heard me do this before. You've never heard this teaching, though.
No.
But you're going to smile big when I drop it on you. All right. Hattie Pipes. By the way, Nathan, the director, I love that username. I don't know if that's her real name. If it is, that's fantastic. Hattie Pipes. Does it sound kind of like a fiction character?
It does.
Yeah.
Nancy Drew.
A coming-of-age character, Hattie Pipes. You know, I don't know. Hattie Pipes says, what question should I ask to discover what results I want to create? There we go. Hattie's been listening. I'm doing my Will Ferrell dance right there. This is great. Here are the questions to figure out mission. There's 3 indicators. The 3 gifts your creator gave you: talent, what you do best; passion, the work you love to do; and then mission, the results that you want to create with your work. And so Hattie's going, what are the questions to figure out the mission piece? Here we go. First question is, who are the people I most want to help? I like to make this very humanized. So begin to think. You can get quiet, get alone, or if you're behind the car or you're in the shower in the morning, where do you think best? Ask this question. Who are the people that I most want to help? See, because everybody wants to help people. So who are the people? Think of them. I mean, vivid image. Who are the people that my heart, it connects to? I'm moved by their situation, their circumstance. It's really important. Now, the second question flows right into this, flows out of this. And that is, what's the problem I most want to solve? Now, go back to those people. Because when you identified the people you most want to help, you unwittingly were already identifying the problems that move your heart that you want to solve. So think of those people again. What are the problems that they have, the challenges they face, the desires that they have? It could be a positive thing. It's not just necessarily a need. It could be a want. Big difference there. You might want to design shoes for women. Great. There's not a problem there. There's a desire there. You may want to be a makeup artist, make women feel pretty. Great. You want to do hair. You want to make women feel confident. Great. So you're either solving a problem or meeting a want, a desire. Okay. So that's the second question. What problem do I want to solve? And then the third question is, what is the solution or solutions? What are the solutions? Could be plural, to that problem, to that need, to that desire that you want to offer. So it's a 3-part question, essentially the same question, but it's designed to help you go, oh, I want to help these people because I want to help them solve this problem. And here's how I think, could produce the solution. Or here's the solution that I get the most juice thinking about. So I want to give people hope. I want to give people financial hope, yes, but I'm more driven by the professional, the purpose side of it. Okay, Dave Ramsey, he and I completely aligned. He's over on the money side, but he's aligned with me. So he said, I'm going to hire Coleman and let him teach on his passion and his mission to help people work on purpose. Turns out if you work on purpose, you make plenty of money, or you make more money and you can pay off that debt. So we're in alignment. Okay, so those are the 3 questions. What's the problem I want to solve? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm getting this out of order today. The people I most want to help, the problem I most want to solve, the solution I most want to provide. That's how you figure that out. Okay, GS93. Do you think the trade, specifically carpentry, will be booming in the future? Yes. Joe, I'm not reading any articles, nor am I seeing any trends that tells me that robots are going to be building homes.
No, just cooking burgers.
They might cook burgers. I'll give you that. They may take your orders. But carpentry, the custom side of carpentry, I think carpentry it's here to stay. So yes, I think that trade is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trade to get to. Let's see. Let's do one more. Angela G writes in, what skills should I focus on to become more hireable? Well, I can't answer that specifically because I don't know what you want to be hired for. So the way you get to that is go, okay, I'm looking to do what? What industry? What profession? What position? Dive into that. And then you look at those type of positions and they're going to give you the job description. Many times they're going to tell you what skills and experience they need. So then you look at that and you go, okay, do I have all of those? If the answer is yes, then you ask yourself, what makes me more hireable? If I've got all of the skills and all the experience, what would make me more hireable? And I'm telling you, it's always about connections, relationships. That's why I wrote the proximity principle. It says in order to do what you want to do, Angela G, you got to be around people that are doing it and in places where it's happening. So becoming more hireable, if you've got the hard skills and the soft skills and the experience, because if you don't, that's your answer. That's what you need to do and get. But assuming you have that, what is the difference maker? I think it's connections and relationships, and I'll give you one extra one. And I'm telling you, if you're going for something that's in your sweet spot, and that should be assumed if you're listening to this program, the enthusiasm for the work and the mission, when you express that enthusiasm, people see that passion coming outside of you. It's just permeating the room. That's going to be the difference maker. So thanks for the questions. All right, we're going to go to our teaching before we wrap up. Okay, I was thinking about this. I got 3 kids, and I learn so much every day. I'm trying to figure out how to parent well. It's not easy, as you all know. And as you see your kids wrestle with challenges, and then I take phone calls every day from you all, and I see people wrestling with challenges. And I started thinking about this, the 3-letter word that we need to remove from our thinking, thus removing it from our language, is not. N-O-T, not. And it's very simple. If we focus on things that we can do, if we focus on things that we can learn, if we focus on the people we can connect with, what a difference that makes, Joe. Now let me give you the opposite. Let's take that dirty little word, N-O-T, and put it in those same sentences. If I focus on the things I cannot do, or I focus on the things I cannot learn, or I focus on the people that I cannot connect with, where does that put me? Puts me in a really frustrating place. Because if I'm always just going, well, I cannot do that, I cannot learn this, I cannot connect with this person, and I'm cannot, guess what? You won't, because that's all you're focusing on. And you'll see the nots everywhere. So by removing literally the not from the word can, get the cannot out of your thinking. Here's why. I'm not saying that there are things that you cannot do, cannot learn, people you can. Yes, that's true. I cannot, Joe, learn algebra.
Really?
No, not effectively. You know why?
Why?
I don't have the mathematical talent. I'm very limited. I'm being silly with that one. I could probably get a C in algebra. I have to work way too hard. But I cannot be a physicist. I cannot be a heart surgeon. I cannot be a brain surgeon. I cannot fix my own car. You know this.
That's my job.
According to Joe, I cannot operate a chainsaw. More on that in a moment. But these are all facts, Joe, but do I need to focus on any of those things? No. Well, first of all, because they're true, I don't need to focus on them. I need to be focusing on what I can do, what I can learn. I can learn to write better. I can learn to speak better. I can connect with certain people that can advance my mission. That's the thought. Remove the word not. Get cannot. You start to have the cannots go, okay, great. That's right. That's a truth. So I don't need to focus on that. I need to focus on what I can do. Really, really important. Now, I got to close the loop on the chainsaw story. So I had a dead tree in my backyard. Bought a house in June, moved in, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't own a chainsaw. Probably a good reason why I don't own a chainsaw. I don't need to cut a lot of things down with a chainsaw, so it's really not a purchase that I need. But in this situation, I need a chainsaw. Well, Joe is a guy he's a gearhead. He loves engines, all that kind of stuff. Joe has this knack of people giving him chainsaws that are largely okay. They need a little bit of love, and so he takes them. So he tells me this one day, sometime between when I moved in this summer and last weekend.
I'm down to 3, by the way.
Oh, you're down to 3 chainsaws because every man needs 3 chainsaws. So I say to Joe, hey, I need to borrow one of your chainsaws. He gives me this look. Like he's my dad all of a sudden. Basically comes out and says, I'll come over and cut the tree down. It's not a big tree. It won't take long. I'll come do it. So he did. Thank you, Joe.
I'm looking after you.
But I watched what you did, and for the record, while chainsaw is not a natural talent that I have, I do believe that I could have learned how to do it. I believe I could have done it safely. You, on the other hand, do not think so. And I've not taken it personally, but those are the facts. So thank you, Joe, for cutting down the tree. The point is, apparently I cannot operate a chainsaw effectively and safely, so I've learned to accept that. And so thankfully, Joe came by and did it. All right, that's going to do it. My time is almost up, but before I let you go, you matter, and you do have what it takes. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.